something fun on our radio program called Just These Three Strikes You're Out. So we're gonna see if we can strike you out.
Oh boy. Okay.
All right. So you're training today at TM's for a movie called Stano. Tell us a little bit about the movie.
Well, Stano is a script that I read 5 years ago, and every once in a while, as an actor and as a producer, you wind up reading something that just strikes an emotional chord. And this is a story about redemption. It's about second chances. It's about believing in yourself. It's about a kid from the Bronx who gets drafted by the Yankees. He's the pride of his neighborhood. And one night he's out with his friends, and they all get into a fight. And he hits a kid, and the kid falls back and smacks his head on the curb and dies. He winds up getting 9 years in prison. He gets another 9 years tacked on for like basically staying alive in prison, and gets out 18 years later. So he's in his late 30s, and he returns to Arthur Avenue, where he grew up.
Awesome.
And but he's got this vilified reputation, and he has to try to put his life back together after basically missing baseball, missing the Yankees, missing the love of his life, and it's about him trying to get to a place where he feels like he deserves good things again.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds like a great story.
It's great. Yeah.
And I think I read somewhere that your production company is actually
That's right.
put this all together, 359.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. My brother is my producing partner, and yeah, this is our. We produced a movie a couple years ago, but this is our first scripted feature.
Awesome. Yeah. It's gonna be great. Are you a baseball fan?
Yeah, I am a baseball fan. I have kind of a weird path through baseball, though. I grew up. I'm from Pittsburgh, but my parents are from Boston. So.
Ay, yikes! I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Well, I grew up. Every summer we spent with my extended family in Boston. And my grandmother was a diehard, like
Yikes.
Wade Boggs played for the Yankees too. So Wade Boggs, Mike Greenwell, kind of Jim Rice, that era in the '80s. So I remember her sitting on the recliner smoking her Menthols while we watched Red Sox games together. And so that was what I did during the summer growing up. But then the Pirates had Barry Bonds and Bobby Bonilla, and so like we had like 91, 92, we're playing for the pennant, and so all of Pittsburgh was really into it. But then our ownership past those years really weren't concerned with winning. They were kind of farming players and shipping them off. So all of Pittsburgh sort of, you couldn't root for the Pirates because it would just break your heart.
Right.
And but then they started playing really well these last few years, and so the city's kind of turned back on, and we've got this beautiful ballpark. So I've gotten really back into the Pirates again.
So safe to say you're a Pirates fan.
I'm a Pirate fan, yeah, but I was there rooting for the Yankees last night. I went to the game against the Mets. So,
I'm a diehard Yankee fan.
Yeah. I can imagine, yeah. Well, so's the character I play, so yeah.
Who's your favorite player?
My favorite player? Well, I've always liked the big guys. I'm like 6'5", 230, so growing up I used to love Bo Jackson, Canseco, McGuire, and the character that I play, he worshipped those guys too. So I've tried to model my swing after some of those guys from the 90s with the big leg kick, and but I mean, gosh, there's you look at like the home run derby this year, and it was like 6'7", 280, 6'5", 250. Like they're just a bunch of giants. Yeah, they're huge. So it was really fun for me because I've watched a lot of footage of I go home at night and I watch Aaron Judge a ton.
Yeah, we all love Aaron Judge.
Yeah, and Giancarlo Stanton. That guy's a monster. And Joey Gallo for the Texas Rangers. He's about like the almost exact same size as me. He's just got the nastiest swing. So I like watching those guys before I go to bed to try to visualize how I want this
and
one
listen,
to look.
and that's a great way to do it, right?
Yeah.
Imitate those that are doing it already.
Exactly. Yeah. And so I go to bed thinking about their swings.
Right. Awesome.
Yeah.
Why the name Stano?
That's his last name. His name is Sonny Stano. Sonny Stano from the Bronx.
Awesome. I read somewhere that there's a beautiful Latina who's your love interest in the movie.
That's true.
Tell us a little bit about her.
She's my wife. She's on the show that's on Wednesday nights. I'm sure you all watched it.
Who is she to you in the movie?
Well, you know, she is. She plays the girl whose heart that my character broke when he went into prison. He was with this girl. She was also a neighborhood girl, and they were in love. And he went to prison and everything.
What breaks Sophia Vergara's heart?
My character, he made a big mistake when he was a kid, and that's really what the script is about. It's about, you know, people make mistakes when they're young. They do stupid things, and this is just one of those times when a guy got caught by that, and it altered the rest of his life. And you know, it's about, you know, I think a lot of times people do make mistakes and they say, why me? Why did this happen to me? Why was I punished so hard? And there's really no purpose in asking that question. The only thing you can really do is use that as a way to grow and say, this was part of the plan, you know, and it might be terrible for you, seemingly terrible, but you know, at some point you're going to have to try to stay open to how you can grow. And what's great about the story and my character is that he winds up, the why did this happen to me is because of his mistake, he winds up being able to help a younger guy.
Became his motivating force.
Yeah, and he winds up helping a younger guy who is on the same path as him and about to make the same types of mistakes.
And when we say that character who's being played by Xavier Evans, right?
Yeah.
Manny, who's actually been training here with Tony. Great kid. Yeah. I see him being such a huge star.
Yeah, he was a great find for us. This is like we're gonna take credit for discovering him when he goes off and becomes a giant star.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're gonna take, because he was great. You know, we were nervous about who were we gonna find for this part, and we saw his tape and just that was it. Met the guy and that was
really
it.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're going to do something really fun called Jesse's 3 Strikes You're Out.
Okay, don't throw it in my head.
And while I usually do this all, like, it's usually about specifically baseball, since you're an actor, we're going to do some fun baseball movies that are actually movie related.
Okay.
So all about baseball but movie related. What is the name of a very famous baseball movie which starred Kevin Costner?
Well, there's a couple, actually. But, I mean, I'm going to go with Bull Durham. For starters, but you can go for Love of the Game, which was directed by Sam Raimi.
And there's another.
There's another, Kevin Costner. Oh, was it more recent, or am I missing one of the old ones?
One of the old ones.
One of the old ones.
It's a big one too.
Why am I not? Why is my brain not going there? Oh, Field of Dreams.
There you go.
What am I thought? Yeah, what am I? Gee, I'm like, I know. Wait, what am I missing? I've been to the Field of Dreams too.
Okay,
Yeah. Anyway, okay.
Let me see if I can get you on the next one.
I'm so glad I didn't have to ask for help.
No lifelines here.
I've seen it like 100 times.
No
Yeah,
lifelines.
okay.
Who actually plans on being a pro baseball player before becoming an actor?
Who planned on being a pro baseball player before?
It's a big one too.
Wow. Who was going to be a pro baseball player rather than an actor?
He's a Bronx boy too.
Is that right?
Yeah.
It's a Bronx guy. It's not Danny Aiello.
No. I'm not going to give you strike one yet.
Okay, well, let's come back to it. Let's come back.
Okay. All right, let's go to number 3.
Okay, number 3.
Which rapper proclaims he makes the Yankee cap more famous than a Yankee can?
I'm going to say 50 Cent.
Strike one.
Oh.
I think you got it.
No, my guess was 50 Cent.
Was it 50 Cent?
No.
All right. Do you know what it was? No. Okay. All right. Good. I don't feel so bad.
No, it was.
Okay.
You want to go back to number 2 and think about it a little?
I mean, who are like? I mean, East Coast rappers. I'm gonna go. Okay, you got 50. You got 50. You got Biggie. You got Puffy. You got. I'm gonna go.
I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
His wife's a hottie too.
I'm telling you.
Are we going? Is it Jay-Z?
Yes!
Okay, great. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, all right. It's got to be somebody East Coast. You know, yeah.
Okay, so we'll go back to number 2. Who actually plans on being a pro baseball player before acting?
What Bronx actor was going to be?
I'll give you a hint on that one too.
Okay, great.
One of his co-stars was Manny.
Whose co-stars was me?
the co-stars, the name was Manny, the co-star, in the role.
In the role.
In the role.
Oh, wait. You're talking about Al Pacino?
Yes!
Is that right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He didn't strike out. He did great.
You're throwing him right over the plate, though. You're like a low-hanging curve, like right where I like it. Yeah. Okay.
Joe, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Much success with this movie.
Thank
you
you
so much for giving us an opportunity with Tony working with you.
Thanks for working with me. Thank you.
Thank you so
yeah,
much.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. And I know my girl Gina would love a picture if that's okay.
Okay.